miss that.
What up, YouTube? Ed coming back with my Day 4 Saturday recap for the National. This is my final day in Chicago. Going to be leaving within a couple hours. Probably going to upload this on Sunday. But had an absolute blast at the National this year. Just a huge shout out to my Airbnb mates, Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards. The Airbnb was rocking. Just another knocked it out of the park with this Airbnb. Was really, really awesome to stay here. Also, shout out to Dave's Midlife Card Crisis, Big Scott 35, Hitman 23 Mike, and Mike O. So, just had a blast with you fellas. And, yeah, let's do it again next year. But, went to the show today, was over there for several hours, stepped out a little bit for lunch, came back and made some final purchases. This was gifted to me by Big Scott 35. He told me he found a bunch of WNBA value boxes, so he hooked it up with this red cracked ice of Kate Money Martin. Did not have this for the collection, so sweet to find that in a value box. Didn't do much value box diving myself this year. Actually, didn't do any at all. But I think today and tomorrow will be good for that because it should be less crowded, especially on Sunday. But it's just been too difficult to try to get into those boxes when there's like 4, 5, 6 rows deep of people trying to get into those boxes. Next, met up with Scotty Tradition and Brad 8671. Scotty picked this card up for me, so Scott, thank you so much for thinking of me and for adding this into my Phillies collection. But this is Prime Patches from 2005. This is a 3-piece patch from Scott Rowland, Pat the Bat Burrell, and Brett Myers. Look at those patches bulging out of the card there. Ridiculous. The team materials. Beautiful, beautiful card. And here's the back. Numbered out of 29. 2 out of 29. So beautiful card there. Scott, thank you so much. Greatly, greatly appreciate that. And it was awesome running into Scott, Brad, and Joey Burkett various times throughout the show. I got lucky bumping into a bunch of different YouTubers throughout my time here on the showroom floor. Some nationals I go the entire time without running into anyone from the community, but it seemed like this year I was running into a lot of people, so that is awesome. Always love to see it. And then these are the purchases that I made at the show today. So the first card here, this dealer was originally from the Philadelphia area. Now he lives in West Virginia. He had this card that just caught my attention. This is from this year's Heritage, just like the photograph that they used on there. This is the chrome. They aren't numbered, but it is Bryce Harper there with the Fanatic bat. So this was 20 stickered, but he just told me to pay him 15. So that was a no-brainer pickup for the Phil's PC. Then I was walking around on the old red carpeted area where those tables are set up, and this dealer had a bunch of graded cards, and then he had a few raw cards, and I was kind of curious to ask him, like, did you just acquire this card? But sure enough, they were actually going through their acquisitions from the show and were putting them out there. So I'm like, okay, well, they didn't look at this card potentially for grading. and thought it was stickered at a very, very fair price, so wanted to add it into the collection. This is from 2024 Panini WNBA. This is the Prism Hollow, or I should say Prism Silver, excuse me, of Cameron Brink. So Cameron Brink Silver on the image variation. Just thought that was a pretty decent price considering blasters for that are what? They were $35 at SRP. And I noticed at the show there was one dealer in particular that wanted $200 for a blaster, and then I found a couple others that wanted $150 for a blaster, which is absolutely bonkers in my opinion. But sealed wax is crazy, as we all know. And the final pickup here is the big boy pickup for me at the show. Was going in with the game plan, if you may or may not know, to find a 1933 DeLong Chuck Klein. Spoiler alert, was not able to find that card, but my eyes are always looking for any type of Chuck Klein cards, who is a baseball Hall of Famer who played for the Philadelphia Phillies in the 1920s and the 1930s. And Miko sent me a picture of one card. I thought it was kind of out of my price range. I didn't want to spend that much on a card, but the more and more I kept thinking about it, I was really thinking about adding this into the collection. Then today I happened to walk by the dealer that was selling this. He's originally from the Philadelphia area too. So I was talking to him for quite a while, and he told me, hey, I have room on this price. I can come down for you. So thought about it some more, walked around for another hour, came back and said, let's make a deal. And was able to get it for $400, and I really think he gave me a fantastic price. This is from 1929. This is the R316 Cash in Publications of Chuck Klein. And it is in a PSA near mint 7. I was asking him if he had anything lower graded, because the 7's kind of, I thought the 7 was too high. Maybe get a lower graded copy. But when I was doing more research, I think PSA's only graded 8 of these, and the last one sold in 2018. So the more I kept thinking about it, I'm like, the last one sold in 2018. There's only 8 graded copies. I might as well just, step up to the plate and add this into the collection. So really, really thrilled about that. Just a really great example there. And Mike O was telling me this is actually considered one of his rookies. This is like the rookie C, because Chuck Klein debuted in 1928, but he didn't get any cards until 1929. It is a blank back. There's nothing on the back. But just really, really ecstatic to add that. And that's the power of the National. I went in not even with this particular Chuck Klein card on my example. I wanted a totally different one. Had to make the adjustment. Ran across something else. And leaving very, very happy. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. I'm looking forward to catching up on all your national recaps and national videos to post-national next week. It's always a little fun tradition to go back and catch everyone's videos and see how they were enjoying the show and what they did during the show. So highly looking forward to that. So that's all I got for you guys. Have a great one. See you in Chicago next year. Peace.